Hi, and welcome to the Internet Marketing Unknown Secrets of SEO. We do websites podcast.
That's what's up, everybody. Welcome back. Friday morning, 9:15-ish. We had another fun-filled edition. Got that surprise we talked to you guys about. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, we got some great announcements. Man, some really big stuff has been going on. You are listening to podcast number 75. This is the most popular SEO podcast on iTunes. That is because of you. Thank you guys so much for listening and submitting reviews. Actually, somebody hasn't submitted a review in a while, so somebody needs to submit a review ASAP. All you need to do is just go to iTunes, create a simple account, submit a review, hit us back so we know who to give some link love to, and show your appreciation. If you get any valuable information out of this, we don't know how that's happening. We're sorry. We're trying to fix it.
Yes. And I got a great one. Actually, I need to get AJ. I need to holler at you about something. AJ needs to. He said something really cool about us. In that email I sent you yesterday, at the very bottom line, he says, I'll have to print it out.
Was that South by Southwest?
No, that was Dean. But I'll print it out. But he was like, basically, he has gotten value out of what we have done. So that's what's up, man.
Oh, that's Hawaii, right?
That's computercornerhawaii.net or .com, I think. I don't know.
I'll figure it out. I think they're on the first page for like Virus Hawaii or something.
That's what it was. I'll print it out so we can.
Did I just steal your thunder, man?
It's all I had this podcast. That was it. That was the nugget that I was saving.
Just go sit down. All right. We'd like to talk a little bit about what we mentioned last podcast. We were talking about pay-per-click. We're going to continue that a little bit today because there's so much information to talk about. Who knows what we're going to get to. As we try and have a tip every time, I just got to mention the tip from podcast 72, which was, become a rapper. Actually, from 73, become a rapper. It is cool. So
there you go.
That's a tip. The tip from podcast 74 is hire an expert, which goes right in line once we start.
Hire a rapping expert.
That'll be our tip for today. Hire a rapping expert. Excellent. So we also have news from today. We got a little bit of buzz. Somebody sent us something about Google Instance. Are we going to talk about Google Instant? People are calling it a game changer. This is from Scott Bonner. Is it going to screw up pay-per-click? Because that's a great point. We thought of that immediately. As you're typing, all the results are changing. Do those count as impressions? And frankly,
hang on. Let's. Not everybody knows what Google Instant. Let's talk about what Google Instant is.
Good, thank you. See, look, you are contributing.
Because yesterday, all right, so I'm typing. I'm on Google and I'm starting to type in the search bar.
I thought you were supposed to be working. What are you doing on Google?
What? When was that discussed? So I'm typing in the search bar, and I got a call from a guy in Laredo. What's up, Castaneda Bail Bonds in Laredo, Texas? So I'm typing in L-A, and before I hit the R, Laredo's Laredo, Lady Gaga pops up. And I'm like, whoa, I didn't search for that. And then I hit Redo, and then a map of Laredo, Texas pops up. And I'm like, what the hell's going on here? Google has this new product called Instant Search, so where it recognizes the letters that you're typing in and figures, oh, he's probably looking for Lady Gaga because he typed in L-A, and she is very popular, L-A-D-Y. So Google, it instantly recognizes what you're searching for and will display search results depending on what you're typing in. And it will change the search results with each letter that you actually type in to the search box. Kind of like Google search suggestions before, how when you would type something in the search box, there would be a little drop down that would pop up and it would give you suggestions as to what you're looking for. Kind of like that same concept, they just took it to the next level and are instantly showing you search results.
Actually displaying the search results as you're typing,
yes.
Which is pretty phenomenal. I was looking this morning on some of the videos that Google has about the technological challenges that they had, jumping into this particular thing. Right now they're serving billions of search results a day, and now he types LA, that's a search result, and then probably when he got to R, something else came up. So it may have been 8 different searches by the time he got to the one that he was looking at. So all these searches are kind of flashing. It's incredibly well done because one of the points that they made right away was it's not that you want to do partial searches. when Paul typed L.A., he didn't want to search for Los Angeles. That may not be a good example, but like news, and I've got a example of what I was typing this morning, tech news. So I type in TCH. By the time I'm at TEC, I don't want to search for the letters TEC. And Google's smart enough to know that. It says, okay, what's the most relevant that starts with TEC? It's kind of like everyone's really used to the phone and the T9 autofill.
Yeah, because I text on T9 suggestive spelling or whatever.
And so that's what they're doing. They're using kind of suggested spelling / search. Well, it's suggested search.
Yeah.
And so as you're typing, but it's actually presenting the results right away. Pretty sweet.
Yes.
And a lot of people are calling it a game changer. I think it depends on your perspective. Is it a game changer for SEO? I don't think so. And then Scott Bonner made the point, all these, is Google going to count these pay-per-click ads? Are they going to count them as impressions? And my first thought is, obviously they shouldn't count them as impressions. And in some real sense, from the pay-per-click perspective, it's good to know your impressions, and even if Google elevates them, really what you're monitoring when you're looking at pay-per-click is the actual clicks. So from that perspective, sometimes you're interested in impressions because maybe you're trying to do some branding and you're not actually interested in the clicks, and obviously
it can also help with your click-through ratio, because your click-through ratio is determined from your number of impressions. So people that really follow your click-through ratio, it could change. It could go down, because if they count these search results as impressions, I got a set of search results for L, LA, LAR, LARE, so on and so forth. So by the time I typed out Laredo, I had gotten probably LARED, I can count 6 different search results. If they count those as impressions, which I hope they don't, it will screw your
impressions count. It'll just be elevated.
Yeah, which will screw your click-through ratio. And we use
that's right.
And your click-through ratio is what we use to determine how effective is your PPC ad, how effective is the title and the
body
the snippet? What's that thing called?
The body, we'll call it. Yeah.
Whatever it's in the
there's probably some technical term.
Yeah, I think it's called the snippet, but in the search results you get the title tag and you get a couple sentences and then your URL
link. Yeah.
So that's what the click-through ratio is, what we use to determine how effective is this. Does it need to change? Do we need to add something to it? So I hope that.
So basically, you're saying I was wrong.
Well, no, I think it is good, because I used to not until I went and really get into click-through ratios, because I was like, when we started to really do internet marketing and PPC, I was like, okay, yeah, now it's going to.
It makes sense, right? So you're right, Scott, and yes, okay. So our impression count is in some sense doesn't matter. Paul is exactly right. It matters incredibly when it comes to the body of the ad. Is it going to be an effective ad? So you can decide, and a great way, if we weren't talking about Google Instant and you had 100 million impressions and you got 1 click, then you have some sort of idea that your ad is not very well laid out.
Exactly. And like I agree. I don't look at impressions. I don't care what the impressions are. I care what the click-through ratio is, which is
impressions versus clicks. And
I mean, someone's like, I got 1 billion impressions. So.
Yeah.
And.
Well, one thing that it could do though is eventually, there may be pre instant search and post instant search, and previously we were expecting a 3% click-through rate. Now we expect a 1%, or it may just skew all the numbers, and we just got to get used to the fact that there are more impressions, and the fact that even though there's more impressions, the ratio of a good ad versus a bad ad is still going to be relevant.
Yes.
And so we can have that.
I'd like to think that Google is smart enough, and this, I can't make this assumption. I was going to say, I'd like to think that Google is smart enough so that they would recognize the whole impression click-through ratio issue and make adjustments for it. So maybe they'll say, and someone sent this in the office yesterday, maybe they will put a time limit on it. If you type in Laredo, and maybe it'll say, all right, we'll cut this off at after 3 seconds of him looking at it, we're going to count that as an impression. If he doesn't type anything else or hit search, we're going to count that as an impression. I'd like to think they do something like that. However, I'd like to think that actually have somebody with some sense working at Google Places and they don't. So I mean, I just have this bitter thing against Google Places right now.
We just put them on blast.
I really did, man. I really did.
Yeah, we're struggling with some Google Places.
Gosh, yes we are. And
there's no like help or
I know, like,
oh, that's how it works.
Google's like this. Take that. And take that. And Scott Bonner, I wanted to say this. Didn't know if he's really right. Didn't know if you guys were going to talk about Google Instant tomorrow, but here was what I thought about it. No, we weren't going to talk about Google Instant tomorrow. But now that you put us on the spot.
You know how much research I had to do? Let me tell you, because this is one thing that I thought was pretty. Did you have any?
No, that was it. I was like, no, we weren't. But I guess we will now.
So I come in on Friday mornings. I like to get a little piece of news, and so I go to start typing tech news, and I get tech, TECH space in, and then 9 comes up, and I'm like, what is this? Tech, and it's spelled in the number 9 NE. And then I read the kind of first headline, it's an R&B, so I asked the guys in the office, does anybody know who this is? So somehow, apparently, while I was asleep overnight, R&B became more important and popular than tech news?
Yes. Well, I was thinking, when you said, does anybody know Tech 9? I was like, are you buying a gun? I said Tech 9 gun. I was like, whoa.
We are in Houston.
Slow your roll. Yeah.
That is the preeminent thought of most people here.
There are other ways to work out your issues. I can get you to a guy that can really help you with. You ain't got to kill nobody. But you know what? And that's a good point. Well, here's why I think that happened. When I was looking for Laredo, L.A., I got Lady Gaga. People I think that's a testament
what they search most.
To how music is taking over the internet. Digital music. Everybody's Googling artists and looking for downloads and songs and streaming music. So
we just got some. I don't know if you had a chance to look at the sales collateral from Mike that he sent.
I haven't. Sorry,
and
Mike.
One of them is the fact that for music, I don't know, it's like between 3 because that's when they can use the internet. And like 28 or 38 even, the first place that they learn about music is actually on the web. It's no longer the radio.
Okay. Oh, which will bring up some news that I just thought about because we skipped the news.
Are you just making up news? We haven't skipped the news. Like Google Instant is
sorry.
Just because our listener brings it up doesn't mean it's not news.
Okay, let me segue into the news. Are you gonna talk about iTunes?
No, I wasn't.
Okay.
No, good.
iTunes changed their logo. They got a bunch of heat about it. I thought it was weird. I kind of like it. You've seen it's a little blue thing now. Steve Jobs had a hilarious response. Some guy was like ripping it apart, and you guys know that Steve Jobs will sometimes answer customer service emails. He was like, "Why are you changing this? You're ruining 10 years of branding and blah blah blah. It sucks. We don't like it." And Steve Jobs' response was, "We disagree." That was it. But
remember, you got to remember, this is also the man that has in the past said you are holding the phone wrong.
Yeah, you're holding your head wrong. You're listening wrong. But to segue, what you're saying is how now people see music on the internet. The old iTunes logo had a CD behind it with the music notes. Now it's just the music notes, which says that. And he was like, music is the old
it's not a CD anymore.
It's not. Yeah, now it's digital media.
What does that dude wish he went back to a record instead of a CD? It's like, oh, you're ruining your branding. You know, we used to be RCA had a record on it.
Yeah. Hey, now it's just digital music,
don't they?
So what else is now that I
was gonna say a guy who helped me build my house. He has an iPhone and he put a post up and he goes, "My iPhone is amazing at doing apps, at scheduling, he went on this litany thing. The only thing it can't do, it sucks as a phone." Dropped calls all over the place. So I just wanted to comment. So as I'm typing Tech 9 and as you're typing Laredo, this is pretty interesting because one of the coolest aspects of the internet is kind of the randomness, right?
Yeah.
Like you can get on there and you can start, let me click this, and you start doing a search on Laredo, and next thing you know, you're looking at Madonna because you did you went through Lady Gaga, and that was whatever, Christina Aguilera, and then you're talking about Madonna, reading something about Madonna. Google Instant adds to that, right? So I typed in Tech 9. I now know there's a group called Tech 9. Maybe I'll check them out. I know recommendation of the office around here if I should. But that's cool.
It's a time I don't want to say a time waster, but this is an easy way to get trapped on the internet, right? So I type in L.A. There's Lady Gaga. Let me listen to this song right quick. Oh wait,
it'll just take a second.
I click on this and I get something else. Oh well, let me see what that is. Okay, let me get back to Laredo. LAR. But well, look at that. It's something else. Like, and I have adult ADD, self-prescribed. So it's like, oh, look at that shiny thing over there. Let me see what that is.
So if you need a prescription for ADD, he can tell
I mean,
you
I'm
how to
all over the place.
self-prescribe
I'm like,
it.
yeah. Oh, look at that. There's a fuzzy kitten right there. What was I doing?
All right, so there is actually news. I just saw this article, Yahoo, can this be saved? And this is Yahoo. We've been kind of releasing news, and I don't know, all the news seems to be heading in one direction, and we're just kind of reading between the lines. I just loved this one, with 2 lines here. Carol Bartz, who's the CEO of Yahoo, has described the quantity of users that Yahoo has as a boatload.
A boatload.
Yes. Yeah. Google is actually a number that represents a huge amount.
Yeah.
Yahoo has a boatload of users.
That's the best we could come up with.
And you know what? The first thing that came to my mind is, when I'm sitting on the beach in Miami and I see a boatload of refugees, that's not that many.
Yeah. So somewhere between like 25 and 50 is what she's looking at.
Do you count the ones that are just hanging on because there's no room in the boat? I don't know.
Just hanging on to your search engine because it sucks.
The other thing that was in this article I didn't realize was like Yahoo has to set themselves apart like AOL has, because AOL's doing a great job with local content. I didn't even know like AOL.
Yeah, I mean, hey, everybody has their time to shine. I remember when I used to use AOL when I was in high school.
You mean back when you had no choice?
Yeah, thank you. There you go.
Yeah,
when I had no choice, I used to use the best out of it.
That was
Yahoo also. I used to use it all the time. I didn't even go on it. So can it be saved? No, it's a sinking ship.
Yeah, it's going down. All right, I think
had that Stephen Colbert explosion.
Oh, that was awesome.
Explosion thing. That was awesome.
He's awesome. I started recording him and watching him at night. That guy's crazy.
What else? Any news? Any other news?
I didn't have anything. Did you have anything?
No, I don't.
I'm just disappointed there's no reviews. Hey, how can you find us? How can you stalk us? How can you track us? How can you be a mountain man and find us?
There you go.
Like a bear. Podcast at... Did you just growl?
Yeah, growl.
Podcast at e-webstyle.com is a way you can send an email to a lot of people here, actually.
Us.
You can also follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/ewebstyle, facebook.com/ewebstyle. We do broadcast this live at 9:15ish Central Standard Time on Friday mornings. You can find us and get to us. We're actually going to get it pasted on our page, so you actually go to our page, Novel Concept.
Yes.
But the way you find it now is you go to e-webstyle.com/the letter Ustream, and that'll take you to our Ustream page, which is broadcasting now. If you went to that right now, that wouldn't even make sense, would it? Because they'd be listening.
The website?
No. If you went to it at 9:15 Central Standard Time on Fridays, you would actually find us, and we would be waving at you right now.
Yes. And you would see a lot of the other things that we do as a company, not just internet marketing, but websites.
We also do, really?
We also do websites.
When did that start?
Yes, last week. And IT services and other things. So yeah, it'd be a great way to get you guys to go, because I know there's a bunch of you out there who have never seen our website.
You're right, yeah. Well, the comment like, I didn't realize you did websites, means you didn't go to our website, because it's actually pretty prominent on our website now.
We do websites.
Announcing we got a new website coming soon, too.
Yes.
So you guys stay tuned for that.
So, actually, go to the website now.
And check the old one.
And in a couple of weeks, you'll be able to see the new one, because it's like...
We're hoping we're having the kind of branding that when we make this change, somebody writes this really nasty letter about how awful... we're throwing away our years of branding, and how could we make such a disastrous change, and we'll respond,
shut up.
Don't make me punch in the face.
Because I will. You're going to get some Scott Bonner and Dean Calhoun. Just wait.
Yes. Maybe we'll see you at South by
Southwest.
Oh,
I'm going to look for you.
Somebody, it's Scott Bonner. We don't have his picture yet.
That's right.
Yeah.
Scott, put a Facebook picture up.
Yeah, put a Facebook picture up. So we know who to punch.
Yes.
When we get there. All right, so we're back to our pay-per-click. We're doing pretty good. We're back to our pay-per-click article. Again, this is an article. If you go to WikiHow and type in how to start a successful pay-per-click campaign, that would be this article, the one I'm holding, the one we've been discussing. We've augmented this article because we just want to present, somebody else's article. And you should go to that article because I can't read the author's name.
Yeah.
It's like, a little bit lengthy and lots of consonants.
That's tough. I mean, we're Americans, man. Don't seriously. Don't
you can make some horrible comments.
yeah.
They would just be out of line. So we decided to augment it and say, as we're going through this 15-point checklist, we're going to let you know and explain to you why on each one of these, and maybe there's one or two that you don't need an expert, but why we think you probably do need an expert on each of them. The last one, we did skip ahead. I think we skipped 12 because Paul was excited to mention number 13.
13, that's right.
And just to recap, 13 was...
hire a professional.
Hire professionals, yeah, exactly. So it kind of makes our point. Are we done? All right, let's go back to 12. Follow rules. Make sure your campaign follows the search engine rules, as it's not going to work if it doesn't follow the rules. Hence, read the rules, know them, and follow them. So...
I can take a great lesson from that because I was so pissed about Google Places and I hadn't read the rules. So.
And did that make you less pissed?
No, and I still haven't read the rules. I keep saying I'm going to read it, but I should read the rules. Maybe I will actually find out what I'm doing wrong. So I think that's great. I should actually read the rules.
I think we just have a target on us.
Yeah.
Google Places is saying we're a douche.
Wait till I run into somebody that works in that department. They're gonna get an earful from me.
First it'll be shock. Really? Yeah. You really work at Google Places?
No.
There's actually a live person. It's not just all automated computer crap.
Yeah, for real. No, you don't. Stop lying. You work at Google Places.
I've been waiting for this moment. I have no idea what I'm gonna do. Can you just hold here? I have to collect my thoughts.
There you
go. It's varying between. What was that movie? Natural Born Killers.
Oh, yeah.
And, I don't know, just a kick in the shin. So follow the rules. One of the things that you have to ask, right, is where do you find the rules?
Wow.
If you don't know where you can find the rules, you probably need to hire a professional.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, the AdWords rules.
AdWords.
Follow the AdWords rules.
Even kind of the SEO in general. This is a pay-per-click, though. Yeah, so make sure you find those rules. Number 13 is worth mentioning again. Hire professionals.
Hire professionals.
Number 14, make a pay-per-click management team. Wow. So if you're a 3-man company, a team is at least 3?
Oh, yeah. Well, I was going to say 1, but like...
There's no I in team.
True that. True that. But yeah, doing this on yourself would suck. So I'd say, yeah, you definitely need a team. I mean, you should have a team for your marketing in general. You definitely need an SEO team, you need a PPC team. If you're a small company, I guess you're all doing it now.
Yeah.
Or you could hire
a team,
and we'll do it for you.
Of professionals.
Because we have nothing better to do than sit on a computer and internet market all day.
Your business.
There you go.
That's a lot of expertise going in your direction. Let's see what else it says. The management team must be well trained. Well, that's a good point. So if you have a team and they're well trained, they sound like experts. They can critically analyze response to ad copies and make required changes. And that's exactly what we were talking about earlier. The response to ad copy would be, is your click-through ratio good? Is it bad? Is it, whatever it is? How do you make it better? The management team must be well-versed in all these methods and tools to make a success of your campaign.
Here's a great example why you should have a team. I don't do this all by myself. We have a team here that does it. We got someone that does the design, someone that's doing
wait. So you're telling me a world-class expert at SEO and now de facto pay-per-click.
Yeah.
Has a team, uses a team.
If it was me by myself, I'd quit. It's just too much. Like, as you get deeper and deeper into it, it's like,
really? I got to do that too?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, wow, I need to pay attention to my AdWords. I need to do this for an hour. I need to watch this. We have someone that does each thing. We got someone that's on content, someone on PPC, someone's on link building, someone that's on-page optimization, someone that's doing this. So if we do it, and if it's good enough for us, it's good enough for you.
Yep.
Wow. That was
good.
Pretty
that's good.
I was pretty confident in myself right
there.
Like, if it's good enough for me, it's good enough for you because I'm awesome. That's kind of what that says right there.
That's what's up.
Yeah. That's all I got.
All right, we got number 15. This is the last one on this article. Monitor your campaign closely. Remember, it is you who is spending all the money on the campaign. Hence, you must ensure high ROI from it. Monitor the success rate of campaign closely. Yeah, I was just reading there. I know it's not good.
Before we answer that, can I give some shout outs real quick?
Yeah, do shout outs.
We have I want to give some shout outs. We found a bunch of Facebook users yesterday, and we haven't shouted out to all of them. I just want to say thanks for listening to the podcast real quick. I'm going to go through everybody.
And thanks for liking us.
Yes,
I mean, they really like us.
For hitting the like button. Thanks, Darren, for the like button. I want Chris. No, that's you.
Yeah. I like us.
I want to shout out to Charles Lewis, who listens to the podcast, has liked us. To Corey Malchewski. Malchewski. Corey Malchewski.
Please forgive us.
Yes, sorry.
You can punch us in the face when you see
Send us a link to your websites. To Marcus Nelson, Scott Bonner. Where's your Facebook picture, Scott? Alan Ledbetter. I think I've talked to Alan a long time ago. I hadn't heard from him in a while. Carol Baskin. What's up, Carol? Stacy Easterling Langland.
That's here in town. They're
Really?
That's a B2B business B2B Texas resource.
Oh, that's what's up. And Katie?
And they're also right on the money, so they do marketing. They're good old friends of ours.
Casey Stein. It's a guy. What's up, Casey? Darren Bowie, my main man, Darren. Dave Gibbons, Howard Ralston, Brian Alvarez, David Prybaila. Sorry, dog. Man, I'm sorry.
Is that his name? Sorry, dog?
Is
that what that means?
Sue Armstrong Ryan, Magali Hall. Man, like, I can pronounce. Will Hessler, Sherry Teets. What's up? That's my homegirl up in Detroit. Richard
Burkhart.
Man.
Okay, you want me to take over these? They've gotten easier. John Gustafson, Keith Crosley, Garen Arnold, David Beckham.
Yeah, I remember David.
Bend it.
Yeah.
Nicholas Fabian.
I remember Nicholas. He said something while back.
Kristen Bryson. Wow. Wow. Okay.
Awesome.
Marion Markser. Terry Crosby. You've spoken
Saw
with
you
her.
on YouTube, Terry.
Howard Shepard. Jamie Warheim. Jim Butler. Al Messick. Yeah, that looks good. Dean Calhoun. Hey, Dean. Affagility, right?
Yeah.
Darren Collymore.
What's up, Darren?
He's actually over in Iraq right now. Emily Tan Call.
From the Philippines. What's up, Emily?
Paul Hansen.
I'm awesome. That's right.
Luis Lozano.
What's up,
Hopefully
Luis?
he's still listening. And Javier Chiesa. That's our list. All right. We need to make this list bigger. So find us on Facebook. We appreciate you guys. All right. So we have like one last question here, right?
One last question.
Did you give it to me or did you still have it?
I gave it to you.
You did? You sure?
Yeah, because I walked in the office and remember handed it to you. I can print it. It's
You did? Okay. That's all right.
I'll read it. It says, I don't know if you've discussed pingbacks and the way to get back into it.
So the question is about pingbacks, and apparently there's some sort of blog thing with pingbacks, and if we've ever used them, and if we've recognized the value of pingbacks. So I know you're prepared. So
only thing I know about ping is a set of golf clubs I used to have, dude. I got nothing after that.
Ping?
That's about it.
Do you think it's related to pong, like ping pong?
Hey, I'll take it. Oh, and well, no, I was gonna say beer pong, but that's not even related.
That's significantly more fun. Well,
ping, I don't know.
We don't seem to have.
I'm lost here, dude. Like,
all right.
Seriously, what is it with people expecting me to know stuff?
Yes.
Like,
come on.
I got nothing here.
All right. We can't just leave it like that. I'll tell you what. Let's combine like an announcement and an answer to this question.
There we go.
Right.
We got the answer.
We do have the answer.
I don't have the answer.
It's just not us. We don't have the answer.
Collectively, we have the answer.
So you know what? We're gonna introduce you to the guy who does have the answer. Now let's give you a little bit of background. His name is Charles Lewis. He's listed here as a friend. He's liked our Facebook page.
He's a smart guy.
He's a smart guy.
Because he liked our Facebook.
That's why all of those people are smart, except for Lewis.
Yeah.
He's never gonna listen to this.
There we go. That's a long story, y'all.
So Charles Lewis. He is actually the latest addition to our team. We are unbelievably happy to have him here at eWebStyle. You guys may know him as Chuck. You guys may know him as the SEO rapper. He is an expert in the industry, a world-class, world-recognized expert in SEO. And it seems just fitting. You know, we're here on the most popular SEO podcast on iTunes. That's how you guys know us. So we're world-class experts at SEO. We couldn't be prouder, and it couldn't make more sense to have Charles Lewis working with us. Not only that, we have this question, which we have no answer
I'm
to.
just like, I got nothing. Hey, day number 1, answer that question. Hurry up.
Yeah.
Become an expert in this. Now.
Welcome to the eWeb Style team. Everybody, here he is, Charles Lewis, also known as the SEO rapper.
That's what's up. Let's give him a round of applause. There's only 2 of us.
Front over here.
That's what's up.
Woo! All right. There he is.
What's the world? We back. Charles Lewis, a.k.a. Chuck, a.k.a. the SEO rapper. Here with Paul, here with Chris. Thank you for welcoming me. I need a moment.
That's what's up, man. Oh, gosh.
We promised we weren't going to do this.
So awesome.
No. I have a real talk. I do got to answer to your question. Pingback is pretty much simple. Pingback is a way for a blog owner to know that a link has been shared with them, either in the post or in the comments. You link to my blog, ping, and it links back to his blog. Ping, and now he knows and I know, and we've shared links. That's pretty much the easiest way to explain it.
And I did do a little research. I think it even, in the original blog, it has some links at the bottom or something.
Yeah, it links
that
back.
show you that. So it's kind of like if you liked a particular blog on one site and somebody happened to ping back.
Yeah, then you'll know.
Cool.
Oh, one more thing before we go. Paul did mention, you guys talked about Google Instant, and
Yep.
so I was doing some research. I actually looked on Google's Webmaster Blog.
Oh,
And Paul, you're absolutely correct. They do count the impressions in one of 2 ways. Well, first off,
Well, let me jump in here.
the standard, you need to know this.
I'm going to push you over here
Okay, the
because
standard way.
I can't see you when you're. That's why I was trying to move you over.
Got you. The standard way, you know, when you search query, whatever it is, and you hit enter, bam, that's your impression.
Right.
Now, with Google Instant, as you type, those results show if somebody clicks on any ad there,
Then all of
whether
them were
it's
an
yours or
impression.
not,
Right.
then all of those count as an impression.
Right.
If they click.
Right.
So the LA, the Lady Gaga stuff, would that count?
If
Only
you-
if I clicked on some of those search results, that would.
And your
Oh.
result was listed, then that would count as an impression.
Oh, that's a great.
And the only other way is the 3-second rule. If you stop typing LA and you stop typing, and those results show for at least 3 seconds, it's counted as an impression.
Here's another interesting thing, right? Because as you're typing in that search, that pulls down a block.
Yeah.
So now the place you wanted to be on pay-per-click before was right above the organic. That may not necessarily be the case anymore because those are going to be obfuscating.
Do they have? I haven't used it enough. Do the PPC show up at the top still?
I would imagine
they're
they do.
showing
Yeah.
results at the top and sponsors on the side.
So
as
as
well.
long as you're kind of partial searching, as the list gets shorter as you get farther along in your search, but almost no matter how short it is, it's still going to block those top 3 pay-per-click.
Yes, it
So I don't know. There's a lot of little dynamics going on here to be aware of. Now position, I don't know, how do they call it? Is it 1, 2, 3, 4?
Yes.
Is that how it is? So position 4 is going to be
It's
the
usually
number 1
the best
position.
spot anyway.
Yeah,
Okay.
because it's less expensive. Yeah, better ROI.
So if I had to take a wild guess from that piece of information, impressions are going to go up.
Yeah.
Click-through ratios will go down. Remember that.
And if you're in tech, just like the results we had, if you're kind of in a technical industry, it's probably not going to change too much because everything between you and the actual search is going to be, more pop culture
Okay.
or whatever,
Okay.
more popular, which is what pop culture means.
Tech9, rapper based in St. Louis.
Okay,
Oh,
I thought you should know that.
cool. Is he
What
good?
does
Does he have any good? Is he worth?
He's all right. He's been in the game for quite a while. Last CD, I didn't hear it, so I can't comment on that. But a few albums ago, I listened to it. It was okay. Not
Okay.
my favorite, but it was fine.
We
But
might.
Betty
just have to-
doesn't know SEO though.
Yeah, Betty. Yeah, he has no SEO skills, so we shouldn't even.
So step your game up. Fool.
Yeah.
How about that?
Tech. Did you just call him tech? You don't even know what he
Yeah,
looks like.
he doesn't-
He doesn't listen to our podcast. We're good.
Are you sure?
We're good.
Actually,
No.
yeah, we can be pretty sure. Yeah, but maybe he gets like Google alerts when anyone
Oh,
says Tech9. Like, who's this Paul Hansen
Yeah,
fool?
I'm gonna have a problem.
Remember, never give your address
Oh,
out.
that's
on-
right.
Change jobs. But you got to be here every Friday for the podcast. All right, excellent, Charles. We are so happy to have you on the team. This is, man, such a thrill.
Welcome aboard,
we're looking
sir.
forward to all the amazing things that we can do together. And we'll have you in the podcast regularly. This is going to be awesome. I think we got some great feedback from the people who actually watched the video. I gave you some of that feedback. Mm-hmm. I think once that podcast goes to iTunes, I think we'll probably get some more good feedback. So that's really cool. So this
here's a shot to all you other SEO podcasts out there. We have an SEO rapper. What do you have?
Oh, and that now if you guys go back to the beginning of this podcast, remember SEO? Right? I said what was I said the phrase. The last tip was become a rapper. It's cool.
Oh,
and then you become an SEO rapper.
Oh,
that was good.
I'm going to talk about this Google Alerts. I'm going to say this next. You should be on Google Alerts.
Yes.
Because, and we'll talk about this next week. Google Alerts got Chuck a job.
Yep.
Everybody should be
I'll
on.
admit that.
If it could, Google Alerts is what brought this connection together. And if it could do that, it could definitely get you a customer.
Yep.
Get on Google Alerts. Talk about it next time.
Excellent, guys. You guys have been listening to podcast number 74, I think. Yes. Nope. Yes. Yeah, 74. We're so organized here. 75. We're listening to podcast 75. This is the Unknown Secrets of SEO podcast. Also, there's internet marketing in front of that. We also do websites. We are the most popular SEO podcast on iTunes, coming live from Houston, 9:15 Central Standard Time, or you're listening it on your podcast and you're still cool, but we'll punch you in the face.
Yes.
My name is Chris Burres.
I'm Paul Hansen.
I'm Big Chuck, SEO rapper.
Bye-bye for now.